Late one night, the security cameras picked up something strange. A random person was walking slowly through a yard high up in the mountains. This place was far from town, surrounded by dark forests with no neighbours anywhere close. It was completely black outside, and the stranger had no flashlight and no clothes meant for hiking through the woods. That made it even creepier. No one ever comes near this area, especially not at night. The house sits in the middle of nowhere, where only animals are usually seen. Watching the footage later made everyone uneasy. Who would wander through such a lonely place in the dark? And why were they there at all? This video shows a terrifying moment that could have ended very badly. A hiker was walking through the steep and dangerous Fanzhangjian mountains when he suddenly slipped. In seconds, he began sliding and tumbling rapidly down the mountainside, completely out of control. Rocks rushed past him. The ground dropped away and there was nothing he could grab to stop the fall. It looked like he might disappear forever down the mountain. Just when things seemed hopeless, a strong tree stopped him from falling any farther and likely saved his life. The entire heart-pounding moment was recorded on Yang Meng's 360-degree camera. Amazingly, the hiker survived with only a few scrapes and bruises and walked away alive. They live in a house in a busy neighbourhood where cars pass and people are always around. Everything feels normal until something strange starts happening. Someone has been sneaking into their yard at night. Right under their window, between a bush and the wall, a hidden sleeping spot was found. There were old blankets spread out on the ground, 2 lonely shoes left behind, and empty food containers with a dirty spoon. It was clear someone had been staying there for a while, watching and resting only a few feet from the front door. No one knows who it is or when they come. The scariest part? Whoever it is sleeps so close that they could hear everything inside the house. The mountains around Bergen, Norway, seem to be singing tonight, and it sounds creepy. Many people think the rocks themselves are humming, like the land is alive. But what's really happening is still spooky. Strong wind rushes past long wires, like power lines, fences, or cables, and makes them shake. When the wind is steady, the wires vibrate just right and create a long, ghostly note, almost like an invisible harp playing in the dark. The sound can feel like it's coming from the whole mountain. Tall cliffs and valleys bounce the noise around, tricking the ears. On calm nights, the note is clear and eerie. When the wind gets wild, the singing suddenly stops, like the mountains decided to be quiet again. He was driving on a quiet road near a tall mountain when everything suddenly changed. Without any warning, the ground shook, and a loud crashing sound filled the air. A huge boulder broke loose from the mountain and came tumbling down toward the road. Dust exploded everywhere, making it hard to see. The rock smashed into the ground with a terrifying boom just a short distance from his car. His heart raced as he slammed on the brakes, frozen with fear. For a moment it felt like time stopped. He realized that if the boulder had fallen just a little closer, things could have ended very differently. The mountain that once seemed peaceful now felt dangerous and alive. Late one silent night, a family relaxing inside their home began hearing strange noises coming from outside. Curious but uneasy, they looked toward the trees and froze. Two glowing red eyes were staring straight at the house. Shaken, they grabbed a camera and started recording. What made it even more terrifying was that the eyes never moved or blinked. They didn't look human, and they didn't look like any animal either. The area around the house was completely still. No wind, no insects, no normal nighttime sounds at all. You can hear the fear in the family's voices as they watch, unsure of what they're seeing. After the video was uploaded, the family never shared any updates. To this day, no one knows what was watching them from the darkness. While hiking through a quiet forest, a traveller notices strange rock shapes twisting along the ground. These formations, called stone snakes, look too real to ignore. They curve like living bodies, repeat the same patterns and seem carefully shaped. Scientists say they are made by erosion and minerals over time, just a coincidence of nature, but local stories call them naga, ancient beings turned to stone. The idea becomes unsettling as the rocks seem to follow a path, almost watching. The traveller wonders if nature sometimes starts to make something alive, then stops halfway. Not every stone feels empty or dead. Some look like they remember moving, breathing, and becoming something else long ago beneath the earth's silent, waiting darkness. While hiking deep in the mountains, the man froze. His ears caught something impossible. The faint, cheerful jingle of an ice cream truck drifted through the cold, empty air. Out here, miles from civilization, the sound made no sense. The melody echoed off the cliffs, turning something once joyful into something deeply unsettling. If that really was an ice cream truck, what on earth was it doing out here? Late one night, a man was working outside his home near the Appalachian Trail, his dog standing close by. Without warning, a chilling sound tore through the silence of the woods, a piercing scream that echoed between the trees.
Inside. You alright?
It was high-pitched, desperate, and unmistakably human, like a woman crying out for help. "Are you all right?" the man shouted into the darkness. No response came back. The woods fell silent again, as if nothing had happened. The source of the scream was never found. So what really made that sound? Was it just wildlife or something else lurking in the forest? Reddit user It's Your Girlby shared a creepy story. Her aunt discovered a bloody, fleshy object in their neighbour's yard. At first they thought it was just a squashed bug, but when someone suggested it might actually be a human finger, they came back the next day, only to find it gone. No one saw it being taken, and no official report was ever filed. Could an animal have carried it off? With no other evidence, it remains a chilling mystery. But here's the question. Should they have reported it to the authorities anyway? One night, a trail camera set up in their backyard captured something truly chilling. The footage shows a mysterious figure gliding across the yard at midnight, draped in what looks like a long white gown. Their home sits in a remote area, far from neighbours, making the appearance even more unsettling. No one should have been there at that hour, and yet the family watched in shock, hearts racing, as the eerie figure moved silently through their property. Who or what was wandering their yard in the dead of night? While out on a hike, a man noticed a deer peacefully grazing in the woods. Excited, he grabbed his camera and started filming from his car. But when he got home and replayed the footage, he caught something he hadn't noticed before, something both hilarious and deeply unsettling.
But I think I see something looking at me through that window. I might be a little delusional, but I think I see something looking at me through that window.
As another car sped past in the background, a passenger inside was staring directly at him, with a wide, eerie grin. It was probably just someone messing around, but that creepy smile, it's enough to make anyone's skin crawl. A hunter wandered deep into the heart of the forest, far from familiar trails, when he came across a scene that sent a shiver down his spine. The ground was littered with small circular plates, each bearing a carefully handwritten message. Among them lay a tiny, eerily lifelike doll face staring blankly at the sky. The words on the plates were strange, cryptic, and oddly emotional, as if someone had poured their heart into them or perhaps left behind a desperate plea. Was this a final message from a troubled soul, or something far more mysterious, a fragment of an ancient ritual, or a spiritual practice hidden in the woods? The forest seemed to hold its breath, leaving the hunter to wonder what secrets had been whispered here. Natasha from Maryland woke up one morning to find something strange on her window, large paw-like prints pressed against the glass. Odd, since she lived in a busy neighborhood where wild animals were nearly impossible to encounter. Stepping outside, she saw scratches etched into the concrete by her front door, similar to the marks on the window. Confused and uneasy, she recorded a video hoping someone online could explain what she was seeing.
What are these? Hold on, there's more. Look at these. What the heck happened out here? What is happening inside my house?
Viewers noticed something weird. Some marks had 3 claws, others 4 or 5. Could it really be an animal? Or was someone trying to scare her? A prank? Or had it all been staged from the start? One morning, while hiking in Fiji, a woman heard strange, thunder-like sounds echoing from the sky. There was something unusual about the noise. She'd heard it several times before she even started recording.
Okay, I don't know if my phone will pick this up or not, but I've been outside for like 15 minutes, and the thunder sounds bizarre. What is that? I'm a 7th generation Floridian, and I have never heard thunder like that.
As a 7th generation Fijian, she had never experienced anything like it in all her years. When she shared the video online, it sparked a wave of speculation. Some viewers suggested it could be a rare natural phenomenon, while others thought high-tension power lines nearby might be responsible. To this day, the true source of the mysterious sound remains a mystery. During a mountain hike, she reached a strange crossing, a rope swing meant to carry hikers from one side to the other. You grab the line, swing your body, and let momentum do the rest. Simple. That's what they said. She held on and stepped off. Halfway across, the swing slowed. Then it stopped. Her feet dangled over nothing. The ground below was too far, too silent. The rope creaked, stretching under her weight. Luckily, she was not alone. Voices were around her, and no one came behind her. What if her grip failed? What if no one came? While hiking alone, a man suddenly froze. Ahead of him stood a mountain lion, or maybe a cougar, silent, focused, watching him. He knew one rule: never turn your back, never run. His heart pounded as he slowly stepped backward, eyes locked on the animal. Every movement felt wrong. One mistake, and it could charge. He raised his arms, trying to look bigger. He spoke loudly, firmly, forcing his shaking voice to sound strong. The lion crept closer, muscles tense. Would it attack? A lady was hiking alone when a strange feeling crept over her, the sense that someone was behind her. Every time she slowed down, the footsteps seemed to slow too. When she sped up, the distance stayed the same. The trail was quiet. Too quiet.
Been following me for the last 20 minutes. He started going off trail. When I noticed that he was right on my tail, I don't know what to do. Please, I hope someone appeared. I'm recording you.
Why are you recording?
Oh my god, I have nowhere else to go. I'm at the edge. Oh no.
She told herself she was overreacting. Maybe it was just another hiker heading the same way. Maybe fear was playing tricks on her mind. Still, her shoulders tightened, her breathing shallow. What if the man wasn't following her at all, just walking his own path? Or what if he was watching, waiting, keeping his distance on purpose? Hikers were climbing the mountain together. At first, everything seemed smooth. The grips held, the steps felt steady, and confidence grew with every move upward. Then it almost happened. One slip. One sudden loss of balance. His body tilted forward, his head dangerously close to the rock. Time slowed. If he had hit his head, the fall could have changed everything. Broken bones, unconsciousness, or worse, a drop no one could stop. Luck intervened. He caught himself just in time, but the fear stayed. It was a snowy day, the mountain completely covered in white. Turning back wasn't an option. The staircase was the only way up. As people climbed carefully, one man missed his step. He slipped, crashed backward, and slammed into another climber behind him. Both fell in seconds, bodies sliding on ice. Panic spread. They were lucky, others rushed to pull them up. But what if he had been alone? What if no one was there to help? One slip, no hands to grab, just snow, stairs, and a long fall into silence. A woman went on a solo hike and reached a narrow trail carved into the mountain. One glance down made her chest tighten. There were no rails, no ropes, no second chances. The path was thin, crumbling, and sloped toward nothing but open air. One wrong step wouldn't mean a stumble. It would mean going all the way down.
No. Oh my god, this is literally terrifying. This is literally so terrifying. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm over here. Oh my god. I just want to cry. I just want to cry.
Her legs shook, breathing grew shallow. Panic crept in. Alone, high above the ground, she realized the truth. Here, even a tiny mistake could be fatal. A lady was riding the mountain trail with friends when she decided to swing down a steep section, sitting low to control the descent. It looked easy, controlled, safe. She landed on her feet, but one leg twisted the wrong way. A sharp crack. Pain exploded through her body. Her leg gave out beneath her. What if no one had been there? What if she was alone, injured, unable to move? The mountain doesn't forgive small mistakes. One wrong landing can turn adventure into a fight for survival. A group of hikers moved along the mountain trail, and a bear suddenly appeared ahead of them. The path was tight, boxed in by rock on one side and a steep drop on the other. No space to turn back, no safe place to step aside. They kept moving closer, their presence intimidating, deliberate, unsettling.
Get away!
My heart raced. If they were alone, panic would have taken over. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. One wrong move and you'd be tumbling down the mountain. Every second felt heavier. Was this just a misunderstanding? Or were we about to be trapped with no way out? A group of hikers moved carefully along a narrow mountain trail, barely wide enough for 1 foot. On both sides there was nothing, just open air and a long drop below. Every step had to be perfect. Imagine one of them slipping, a foot losing grip, a body tilting sideways. There would be no time to scream, no chance to grab on. One mistake, and the mountain would take him. The others would be left frozen, staring at the empty space where their friend had just been, knowing how close they all were to the same fate. A man was captured on top of a tree, trembling, heart racing. Panic had taken over. He had nowhere to go. Below him, 2 creatures moved with deliberate intent. Were they monkeys, cheetahs, or something else entirely? They were called apes, but their size and movements made him question everything. As they paced below, he felt the full weight of his isolation. The branches under his feet seemed fragile, the height dizzying. Around him, other people moved in groups, but none were close enough to help. Fear clutched him tight. One wrong move, one snap of a branch, and it could all end. The apes watched, silent yet powerful, while he stayed frozen, unsure if they were curious, territorial, or about to attack. A man was scrambling along the rocks near a waterfall, every step slippery with spray and moss. Suddenly he lost his footing and slipped, lost balance, falling chest first into the rushing water, but luckily he managed to stand up quickly, shaken but unharmed.
Pelo amor de Deus, né? Papo de estampa de camisa, né? Papo de quem vai virar saudade, né?
Now imagine him falling fully into the lake, deeper into the current, while nobody was nearby to help him. But the water is fast and unforgiving. No one else is close enough to help. Every second counts, but the danger is real. One wrong move could pull him under, leaving her trapped in the icy, roaring water. 2 boys were exploring the woods when one of them decided to climb a tree. As he scrambled upward, the tree suddenly cracked, almost like it had given way under him. Then, the unthinkable happened. The branch broke, and the boy fell.
I'm doing one big thing and then jumping off this thing.
The tree toppled over, striking him on the head. Imagine if he had been completely alone, no one around to help, no voice to call for assistance. The forest would have been silent, his cries lost in the trees. Every second stretched into eternity. What would have happened if help hadn't arrived in time? Would he have survived, or would the wilderness have swallowed him whole? A group of hikers was walking along a narrow, slippery trail, following a lady ahead of them. She almost lost her footing and hit her head, teetering dangerously close to the edge. Another hiker quickly reached out, trying to grab her hand, but in the scramble they too slipped slightly. Luckily, neither of them fell completely. They only stumbled, a brief scare, but no one went over the edge. The adrenaline rushed through their veins, reminding everyone how fragile balance is on a narrow path, and how quickly a small misstep could turn into disaster. On the mountain, a staircase had been carved directly from the rock winding along the cliffside. Wet from spray and rain, the steps gleamed dangerously slick. Below, the ground, or town, was invisible, swallowed by distance and mist. Hikers moved cautiously, one careful step at a time, but one man rushed, running too fast along the carved stone. The old steps groaned under his weight. Then, suddenly, part of the staircase gave way. The carved stone that seemed permanent now felt fragile. One misstep, one hurried stride, and the mountain itself could claim a life. Two hikers found themselves on a mountain. Not just any mountain, but one set up like a climbing route, jagged and fragmented at the edges. Every step was uncertain. The wind howled through the cliffs, pushing against him, making balance a battle.
I honestly wish I could just fucking have a glass of wine instead and enjoy that. Why the fuck do I have to do this?
The path was steep and dizzyingly high, the ground far below lost in shadow and mist. Each movement sent adrenaline surging through his veins. The fear was raw, primal. He didn't want to die, didn't want a single misstep to end him. What if he slips? Or what if he can't keep going? Jack runs a metal detecting channel, usually turning up old coins and forgotten relics. This time he went deep into a forest chasing whispers of gold. At first the finds were ordinary, but then the air changed. A sharp smell. Birds circling, a feeling he couldn't shake. Moments later, he found the truth. Not treasure, a body.
O tanto de cabelo, gente. Uma maçaroca de cabelo. Puxa vida. Começa. Olha aqui, ó. Gente do céu. Acabou com a nossa caçada aí, ó. Vamos ter que chamar a polícia imediatamente. Fica nós. Gente, é uma cena lamentável. Misericórdia, gente. Misericórdia. Fica aqui, Faísquinha. Coitadinho, Faísquinha, não entende. Gente, acabou nossa caçada. Olha que situação, gente. Nossa senhora. Mas que... É daqui que tava vindo o cheiro. Vem aqui, Faísca. Tem que pegar o Faísca, senão ele vai pra cima.
Jack called the police and waited. They confirmed it was a woman and said little else. His hunt ended without gold, but he did something far more important. He helped bring someone's daughter home. A woman was filming what could have been her future home when she unknowingly captured something deeply unsettling. As she turned her camera toward a closet, a faint whisper echoed in the background. The words were distorted and hard to understand, but it sounded like two short phrases, possibly, "Don't buy."
Oh my god!
The audio was never clear enough to confirm exactly what was said, and no visible source of the sound could be found. But whatever that whisper truly meant, hearing it in that empty house was enough to stop her in her tracks and make her seriously reconsider buying the home. In December 2020, a Reddit user were helping a friend unload items from his truck into his house. With the constant back and forth, the front door stayed propped open the entire time. Once they were done, the three of them stood just outside the doorway, laughing and talking, relieved to be finished. Then, out of nowhere, the friend's phone buzzed. It was a motion alert from his Ring camera, mounted directly in the centre of the front door's window. When they checked the footage, their mood instantly shifted. The camera had captured a dark shadow moving inside the doorway. The silhouette clearly resembled the side profile of a man's head and shoulders. The unsettling part? They were standing right outside the open door, and they were the only people there. None of them had seen anything move with their own eyes, and the shape didn't match any of them. To this day, they still have no explanation for where the shadow came from, or what the camera really caught. A Reddit user once shared a chilling piece of mail he received about a credit card class action settlement. The address was correct, but the name on the envelope wasn't a name at all. It read, "Help me and alone. Need help? Thanks." Unsettled, he posted it on Reddit, where commenters urged him to contact the police, fearing it was a hidden cry for help. No update ever followed. To this day, no one knows who sent it, or whether anyone was rescued. A father was filming a sweet moment while playing with his child, when something deeply unsettling happened. In the middle of the video, the bedroom blinds suddenly began moving on their own.
Oh, you got it.
No, almost. I mean, you hit SpongeBob though. Yay! Last one. 3, 1. Huh? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Confused, he recorded a second clip showing the room's layout and explaining that the blinds can only be moved from inside. There's no way anyone could reach them from outside.
So this right here is the room where it actually happened. Hey. So I was just sitting here with my daughter. Well, she was actually on a bed playing with her toys that she always plays with. All of a sudden, I didn't understand what was going on, because the only way you can move the blinds is if you're inside the room. There's no possible way. There's no possible way that someone can move the blinds from the outside of the room. There's no possible way somebody can just come up here and move the blinds from the inside.
The same time, his security camera captured footage showing the blinds shifting with no visible hands, strings or contact. As if that wasn't enough, a follow-up clip shows the light switch flipping off by itself.
Bring up security footage, POV from when it happened. I'm just gonna zoom in and you just tell me what you see.
It's too small. Oh, you got it.
There are no fucking fingers. There are no fingers in the middle of this. Nobody's moving the blinds.
No.
The left to the right side.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yay! Oh, you got it. No, almost. I mean...
Pulling this off would require perfect timing and hidden mechanisms, but none were visible, so the question remains, was this an elaborate setup or a genuine, unexplained encounter? On January 21st, 2012, a small group visited Lake Minnewanka in Banff, Alberta, to test whether the ice was safe for skating and to take a few photos. While standing near the frozen lake, something unsettling happened. They began to hear a strange, echoing sound rising from the ice. The noise was loud, deep, and lasted far longer than anyone expected. It didn't sound like cracking ice or wind. Later, when the story was shared online, people from all over the world claimed they had heard the same sound in different places. To this day, no one can say for sure what caused it, and that mystery is what makes it so chilling. On January 29, 2021, a YouTube video captured a terrifying moment on Mount Everest. Climbers reached a massive crevasse that could only be crossed using a ladder. As one climber stepped onto it, he suddenly slipped and plunged headfirst into the icy void. A single rope stopped his fall just in time.
Hey, Alan!
How can I help?
Your leg has to be down. Yeah, just.
At that altitude, one small mistake can be deadly. The team reacted fast, pulling him back up.
Don't worry, Alan. Don't move. Alan, I will hold you. Now you can hold him. Another hand.
Hold this in there. Lauren, is this too short?
Alan, can you kick your crampons into the wash?
Yeah.
Ice wash?
Yes.
Slowly.
Okay, relax now. Relax now.
Catch your breath.
Catch your breath.
Shaken but alive, he had narrowly escaped death. A woman stepped outside late at night to let her dog out. As soon as they reached the stairs, he froze, locked in on the dark woods. After a long pause, he finally went down, then vanished. When she called his name, there was no answer.
There you are. Come on. Rocky, where'd you go? Rocky?
Nervous, she followed and heard a faint cry coming from the trees. The yard was empty.
Come on, dude. Rocky? The hell? Rocky? What are you doing up there? I thought you were down here.
Confused, she turned back toward the house. Her dog was standing in the doorway, already inside. The clip went viral because there was no other path, no stairs, no way for him to get back in that fast. Which left one chilling question. If that was her dog outside, what did she just follow into the dark? While hiking deep into the woods on a camping trip, this camper suddenly heard gunshots echoing through the trees. Nothing was visible, no hunters, no movement, just the sharp cracks of gunfire rolling across the forest. He froze, listening, unsure whether to turn back or keep going.
There it goes again. It's gonna be 4. And so it's like a really weird place to shoot. I think the trail goes that way. Maybe it's just me being paranoid, but I have like a weird feeling. Why the fuck are you shooting right off trail? Only 4 shots. Maybe he only has a 4-shot gun. You can hear him moving.
Eventually the woods went quiet again, so he continued toward his campsite, hoping the rest of his trip would stay peaceful. But the night had one more surprise waiting. Out of nowhere, a goat wandered into his camp and refused to leave. Even after he scared it off, it kept coming back, staring at him like it owned the place.
For like 6 hours, and this is now the second time I've had this guy here. Hey goat. Hey goat. How you doing, bud? What you doing here, man?
After the gunshots and the uninvited visitor, would you stay another night in a forest like that? TikToker Georgie Juju recently shared a photo taken when she was just 9 years old. During a visit to an old abandoned building, she's always said she never believed in anything paranormal, but this image still makes her uneasy to this day. It was dark and she was holding a flashlight. As the beam hit a surface, it reflected as a sharp glare. But inside that glare, 2 shapes appeared, shapes that looked unsettlingly like eyes staring back at her. Some viewers insist it's nothing more than a trick of the light or simple pareidolia, the brain finding patterns where none exist. Others aren't so sure, wondering if something else might have been standing there with her that night. The photo remains unclear, and no one can say for certain what caused those shapes, but whatever it was, it continues to spark debate and leave people unsettled. Someone snapped this photo on a cold winter evening inside a bar. At first glance, everything looked completely normal, just friends enjoying the night. But later, when they went back to review the picture, something unsettling appeared. Behind one of the women was a pale face partially formed with what looked like eyes, a nose and a mouth, but not quite like those of any normal person. They scanned the bar afterward, searching for anyone who might match it, but no one did. Most people say it's probably just motion blur, someone walking past at the exact wrong moment, and that explanation makes sense. Still, there's something about the image that lingers. Even knowing the likely reason, it's hard to shake how eerie it looks. A woman went solo camping in remote southwest Alaska, where everything felt peaceful, until one rainy night after midnight. She jolted awake as a brown bear slammed into her tent, the sound echoing in the dark while she lay frozen, clutching her bear spray. After a long, terrifying silence, she calmly retreated to her car and waited until morning. At daylight, fresh tracks revealed the bear had walked straight from her car to her tent, proof of how close she'd come to real danger. A TikTok user went exploring with family through a mangrove, just hoping for a calm, fun walk surrounded by nature. But as they went deeper, things took a frightening turn. The water, once ankle deep, began to rise until it reached their waists, That's when it hit. This area was known to be infested with crocodiles. Every splash, every ripple in the murky water felt like a warning. Turning back wasn't an option. The only way out was forward. Their hearts raced as they carefully pushed through, unsure of what might be watching them from below. The silence of the mangrove made it even worse. Every second stretched longer. Would you dare to walk through waters like that, not knowing what could suddenly rise from the depths? This person's mother was out hiking when she stumbled upon something she'd never seen before, a group of huge, shaggy animals wandering casually across the trail. Confused and amazed, she pulled out her phone to record them, knowing she might never get a moment like this again. When she shared the video online, people quickly identified the mystery creatures: Scottish Highland cattle. Known for their long horns and thick, fluffy coats, these gentle giants are one of the oldest cattle breeds in the world, originally from the rugged Highlands of Scotland. Imagine turning a corner on your peaceful hike and seeing that staring back at you. Would you walk closer for a better look, or slowly back away? This intense video was posted by a Reddit user who was hiking through the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee, USA, when he suddenly encountered something terrifying. Out of nowhere, a bear cub came charging toward him on the trail. Instead of running, he quickly pulled out his camera to record the moment. But here's the scary part. Where there's a cub, there's always a mother nearby. Imagine being in that situation, standing alone in the woods, with a cub running straight at you, knowing that its mother could appear any second, and we all know how dangerous a protective mother bear can be. Would you stand still and record like he did? Or would you take off running before the mother bear shows up? What do you think you'd do if you came face to face with a cub in the wild, knowing something much bigger might be watching you? The line between reality and nightmare blurs right here. This chilling video was shared by a TikTok user, and it captures one of the most terrifying moments a hiker could ever experience. He was hiking alone at night deep in the wilderness, when suddenly, a loud, blood-curdling scream echoed through the dark forest. It didn't sound like any animal he'd ever heard before. His heart started racing, panic setting in. He quickly turned off his flashlight, hoping whatever was out there wouldn't notice him. But the screaming continued, echoing through the trees, strange, haunting and unrelenting. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the forest fell silent again. Imagine being out there. No lights, no one around, and something unknown lurking in the dark. Would you have stayed still like he did, or run for your life through the black forest? And what do you think could have been making that terrifying sound? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This terrifying video was posted by Foxweather on YouTube, and it captures a truly heart-pounding moment in a national park. While exploring the park, a man suddenly found himself face to face with a massive moose, its enormous antlers towering above the brush. The giant creature began moving straight toward him, and in that split second, he made the only smart move. He ducked behind a tree, trying not to startle it. He stayed completely still, heart racing, filming the moment as the moose slowly passed by. One wrong move, and things could have gone very differently. Imagine being out there, all alone, with a wild animal that size heading your way. Would you stay calm and hide like he did, or panic and try to run? What would you do if you suddenly came face to face with a moose in the wild? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This eerie video was shared by a TikTok user, and it's been giving viewers chills ever since.
Fucking God! Hold on! What is that? Wait a second. Robin, what is that? What the fuck? Robin, what are you doing? Oh my fucking God, it's running! Dude! No fucking way, what was that?
What the hell is that over there?
Two men were out in the wilderness, far from civilization, when they spotted something strange in the distance. At first, it appeared to be a person, tall and upright, motionless. But the longer they stared, the less human it seemed. It wasn't shaped like any animal either, just a creepy, shadowy figure standing still among the trees. Panicked, one of them fired a shot into the air, and in an instant the figure vanished without a trace. Ever since, people online have been debating what they really saw. Some claim it was Bigfoot, others say it was something far more supernatural. So what do you think they encountered that day? Would you have fired that warning shot or turned back before things got even stranger? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This intense video was posted by Highlight Real Sports on YouTube, and it captures a heart-stopping moment in the mountains. A group of hikers were out enjoying the breathtaking views and peaceful sounds of nature when, out of nowhere, a massive bear began charging straight toward them. Panic instantly set in, hearts pounding, adrenaline rushing, but instead of running, they stood their ground, yelling and waving to scare the bear off. For a few terrifying seconds, it looked like the bear wasn't backing down, until finally it turned and disappeared back into the forest. Relief washed over them, but that's a moment they'll never forget. Now imagine you're hiking in the wild and a bear charges at you. Would you stand your ground and try to scare it off, or turn and run for your life? Could you stay calm in a moment like that? Fear lingers in the silence, waiting for its moment. This terrifying video was posted by DopDoc on YouTube, and it's the kind of encounter no hiker ever wants to face. A man was riding his bike through a quiet forest trail, enjoying the peace and thrill of nature, when suddenly he noticed something moving quickly behind him. He turned around, and there it was, a bear sprinting straight toward him. Panic took over. His heart pounded as he pedaled with everything he had, racing down the trail, desperate to find a place to hide. After a few intense moments, he finally managed to lose the bear and escape, shaken but alive. Now imagine yourself in that situation. You're biking alone and a wild bear starts chasing you. Would you try to outrun it, hide, or stand your ground? How would you handle that heart-stopping moment in the wild? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This photo was posted by a Reddit user, and what happened next will shock you. In 2014, a 22-year-old student went hiking with his friends in the deep woods of New Jersey. During their trip, he spotted a massive black bear wandering nearby and decided to snap this photo. What he didn't know was that this would be the last photo he ever took. Moments later, that same bear attacked and killed him. It's a chilling reminder that bears aren't just cute forest creatures, they're wild, unpredictable, and deadly. So let me ask you this. If you were in his place, deep in the forest and face to face with a black bear, what would you do? Would you stay calm and take the shot, or drop everything and run? Because sometimes, one brave moment can be your last. The fear doesn't stop here, it only grows. This eerie video was posted by a TikTok user, and it shows a man hiking deep in the Ohio forest when he suddenly hears something truly unnerving, a strange echoing sound that chills him to the bone. But instead of turning back, he decides to keep hiking, determined to find out where the sound is coming from.
Ones that are worth cut. I hope I got that on audio. And there it is again. And I haven't the foggiest clue what the hell be making that noise out here. We don't have wild pigs. We sure shit ain't got no howler monkeys floating around these woods.
The forest grows quieter, darker, and every step forward feels more dangerous than the last. The mysterious noise continues, almost as if something, or someone, is watching him from the shadows. Now, imagine this. You're alone in the forest, miles from anyone, and you start hearing creepy, unexplainable sounds echoing through the trees. Would you keep going to see what's out there, or turn back before things get worse? And what do you think could be making that sound? An animal, the wind, or something far stranger? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This video was posted by State Treasures on YouTube, and what he captured will leave you speechless. While hiking with his drone through a remote mountain range, he discovered something truly mysterious. A dark cave carved deep into the side of a massive cliff. It looked ancient, like it's been there for centuries, but here's the strange part. There's no visible path leading to it. No trail, no steps, nothing. So the question is, how did it even get there?
It kind of appears like the front of the cave, that there was a ledge there that's collapsed and fallen away. Now, I'm not sure how they would get there. It's a sheer rock face, although it does look to the left there that there is actually a ledge that perhaps they could have walked along. Now, looking into the cave, I do see what appears to perhaps be black soot, which could indicate there was actually fires in there. And it also appears like I see perhaps a little fire pit there, with even some black charcoal left over in it. As you can see, there's a series of smaller caves all along this cliff that definitely warrant a closer look. The smaller cave here I found really interesting. It appears there's a log or like a tree trunk, quite long, so I'm not sure how, it's not like it could fall in there, so I'm not sure how it would have gotten in there.
Was it formed naturally, or could someone have made it? And if so, why? What do you think? If you found a cave like this in the middle of nowhere, would you dare to explore it, or turn back before it's too late? Archaeolog Page posted this video on YouTube, and what he discovered will blow your mind. While hiking with his metal detector, he suddenly got a strange signal, something deep beneath the ground. Curious, he started digging, and what he uncovered was beyond anything he expected. Buried inside a block of old concrete were ancient treasures, artifacts that looked like they'd been hidden for decades, maybe even centuries. But here's the real mystery. Who buried them? And why would someone go through all that trouble to seal valuable items underground where they might never be found again? Was it an attempt to protect something valuable during a war? A secret stash from a forgotten era? Or could it be part of something even bigger? A buried history waiting to be revealed? What do you think? If your metal detector started beeping in the middle of nowhere, would you dig it up or walk away, not knowing what might be hidden down there? This video was posted by a TikToker who went out with a partner to enjoy a calm afternoon by the lake, sipping mimosas and relaxing in the woods. Everything seemed perfect until the peace was shattered in seconds.
You're lying. Are you lying to me?
No, it's right there. You can still see it.
Is it gonna get me?
Be looking. It's a big nail. Do you see?
Oh my god, don't start running.
Out of nowhere, a kangaroo burst through the trees, charging straight toward them. Its sudden speed and size made it look more like an attacker than an animal. The couple jumped to their feet and ran as the camera shook wildly before cutting off completely. Viewers were left frozen, unsure what happened next. Luckily, since the clip was uploaded later, it's safe to say they escaped. Still, that unexpected encounter left everyone wondering, what if it hadn't stopped running? This video was shared on Cohen Paranormal on YouTube, showing a chilling encounter that left viewers uneasy. While driving down a dark, empty forest road in Oxfordshire, UK, a group spotted something strange flickering in the distance. At first, it looked like a shining light, but then it began to move, swaying side to side, rising and dipping in ways no aircraft or light ever could. The glow pulsed brighter, almost intentionally. They captured this moment, but none of them really understands what it is. Even after sharing it, no one could still explain what it was. Is it a drone, a spirit, or something far beyond our understanding? What do you think they saw that night? A TikToker and family were staying near a remote cemetery deep in South America. Late one night, curiosity got the better of them, and they decided to explore the graveyard, recording everything on camera. At first, everything seemed quiet, just the sound of wind through the tombstones. But then, something horrifying happened.
¡Es un demonio! Acércate para que lo veas de cerca. Se está moviendo.
Elizabeth, ¿estás aquí?
Mira. Va a salir, compa. Mira cómo se mueve, Mira.
Se está moviendo la tierra.
Mira, si quieres, le frente para enseñar más. Mira. Mira. Elizabeth, sal. Se está manifestando, güey. Sal, Elizabeth.
Cuidado.
Mira, güey.
¿Elizabeth?
Se está moviendo. ¿Quién salir, Elizabeth? Mira, se está moviendo. Se está moviendo.
Pura tierra.
No manches, güey.
Literalmente pura tierra. Se está moviendo la tierra como que algo
La
quiere salir de la
está
tierra.
moviendo, güey. Va a salir, güey. Güey. Va a salir, güey.
One of the graves began to move. The soil started shifting, rising and falling, as if something underneath was desperately trying to break free. The camera shook as panic set in, but the movement didn't stop. It was slow, deliberate, unnatural. The video quickly went viral, with people arguing over what it showed: a trapped soul, someone buried alive, or something much darker. Whatever it was, that graveyard will never be forgotten. Would you dare to stand there and keep recording? This video was posted by Outer Range on YouTube, a creator known for exploring remote and mysterious mountains. During one of his hikes, he stumbled upon something that stopped him cold. Strange markings carved into a massive rock. The symbols appeared deliberate, almost as if they were trying to send a message. As he moved forward, he noticed dozens of handprints smeared across the stone wall, some faint, others dark and dried like old blood. A few even looked small, as if they had been made by children.
Look how covered this wall is with these little hand pictographs. It's a very small person's hand, so if it was a child, they're all over the ceiling here. And they're, you know, the floor might have been a bit lower then, but they're almost a child's height too. See these little markings here, and look, right here is a little stick with a burnt end on it.
The entire scene felt wrong, silent, heavy, and eerie, like the place itself was holding onto a memory. Were these marks part of an ancient ritual, a warning, or something far more disturbing? What do you think those bloody handprints were trying to tell? This video was shared by a TikTok page and has left viewers completely speechless. While hiking alone in the mountains, a man spotted something strange moving up the hill. A tall black figure with a giant body walking upright like a human.
Estoy viendo algo que se mueve por esta parte de ahí. Algo de color negro. Parece una persona, pero se mueve medio raro.
But it didn't move like one, and it definitely didn't look like any known animal. The man barely kept his camera on it, clearly shaken by what he was seeing. Some who've watched the clip believe it was a giant. Others claim it could be Bigfoot or even a Sasquatch. The figure eventually disappeared into the mist, leaving nothing but questions behind. What kind of creature walks like that? Could it really be something unknown, or was it something even darker hiding in those mountains? This video was posted by Basecamp Chris on YouTube, showing what started as a calm night hike that quickly turned unsettling. Deep in the woods, under the dim glow of his lamp, strange sounds began to echo through the trees, low, distant, and unlike anything natural.
Thanks for coming along. Keep hiking.
At first he thought it might be an animal, but the noises grew louder, circling him from different directions. The air felt heavier, the forest unnervingly still. He turned his light around, scanning the darkness, but nothing was there. Every instinct screamed to leave, and he did, moving fast before things got worse. Whatever was making those sounds didn't want him there. Would you stay and find out what it was, or run? This video was posted by Moya Meringue on YouTube, and it's the kind of camping story no one ever wants to experience. While spending the night deep in the woods, he woke up to faint noises outside his tent. Curious, he peeked out and froze. Just a few feet away, 3 massive lions were lying on the ground, resting peacefully in the dark. Their slow breathing and the glint of their eyes under the moonlight made the scene even more terrifying. He couldn't move, couldn't make a sound. One wrong move and it could have been over. What were they doing there? Hunting, resting, or waiting for their next meal? Would you have the courage to stay silent with 3 lions right outside your tent? These pictures were posted by a Reddit user who was camping in the Ouachita National Forest. In the middle of the night, he had to get up, and what he saw made his blood run cold. As he looked up into a tree above his head, a copperhead snake was there, silently snaking along the branches, snagging cicadas as they molted. The snake moved with terrifying precision, completely focused on its prey, and for a moment it felt like it was aware of him standing just below. The quiet of the forest, the darkness, and the sudden realization that a venomous predator was so close made the moment unforgettable. Just a casual night in the woods turned into a chilling reminder. Nature is beautiful, but it's also deadly. Sometimes you have to just be watchful while in a place surrounded by different creatures.
Made it to the Appalachian Mountains. So far, no skin.
This video was posted by Psychopoly on YouTube, who decided to hike deep into the Appalachian Mountains, a place surrounded by countless legends of skinwalkers and strange disappearances. After hours of hiking, he finally made it out safely and started recording a quick victory video. But just as he hit record, an eerie, bone-chilling sound echoed through the forest. It was deep, distorted, and unlike anything human or animal. The moment froze him in shock. Even the forest seemed to fall silent after the sound faded. What do you think made that noise? Could it have been a skinwalker? Or something even worse hiding in those woods? 2 ladies went camping in a forest, even though there were clear warnings not to. They spent the day enjoying themselves, hiking and taking in the scenery, feeling bold and confident. But once night fell, things got creepy fast. Strange noises started coming from the woods, twigs snapping, rustling, and sounds that didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Oh, is that a map? Oh, no camping is allowed in this woods.
Oh my god.
Well, we're doing it anyway.
That's it. Well, it's the floor's on the door. I mean...
Ooh. Oh, no cheesecake? Would you like cheesecake?
No, I'll be sick.
So will I want to run in from someone later?
That'll weigh you down, I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't eat that, mate. I'll weigh you down, I'm telling you.
That's one of the best bits, I think.
What, yeah, me burping like that. It's terrible. Should I go to sleep now?
They had no idea what was out there. Trapped in their tent all night, every shadow and sound made them jump. By morning, they were shaken and certain. Never again. Some places have warnings for a reason, and this was one of them. Would you dare spend a night somewhere everyone says not to? This video was posted on a YouTube page, and it's one of those clips that leaves more questions than answers. In the middle of the wilderness, something strange was caught on camera, a figure moving in the distance. It didn't look human, but it didn't look like an animal either. Its movements were odd, almost deliberate, and the moment it seemed to notice it was being watched, it vanished behind the trees. Even from far away, the shape and motion felt unnatural, like something that wasn't meant to be seen. What could it be? A creature hiding in plain sight, or something far beyond explanation? And if it was watching from that distance, how many others might be watching too? A Reddit user was hiking near Blackbrook, Nova Scotia, when something odd caught his eye. A large weathered bone half buried in the dirt. It looked old, strangely out of place, and unlike anything he'd ever seen before. Unsure of what he'd just found, he snapped a photo and shared it online, looking for answers. Some thought it looked human, while others guessed it was something prehistoric. Eventually, experts got involved with a chilling explanation. The bone's markings matched a marine creature. But that only brought up more questions. What kind of sea animal leaves bones this far inland? And how did it get there? A Reddit user shared a terrifying encounter while hiking with her bike. The road was empty, no traffic, no people, just silence. Out of nowhere, 2 dogs appeared in the distance, both wearing harnesses but no owners in sight. At first, they just stared. Then, without warning, they bolted straight toward her.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah! Oh my god. It's okay.
She tried to stay calm, pedaling slowly, hoping they'd lose interest, but their growls got louder. One circled to the left, pushing closer, while the other blocked the path behind her, trapping her in the middle of the road. Their teeth flashed under the dim light as her heart pounded. Then, just as suddenly as it began, they stopped, watching, waiting. This terrifying video was shared on TikTok, and it's pure nightmare fuel.
Help! There's a lion down there! Somebody please help me!
A man was hiking deep in the wilderness when he suddenly came face to face with a hungry lion. With nowhere to run, he scrambled up a nearby tree, clinging to the branches for his life. But the lion didn't leave, it just waited below, staring up at him with those cold, unblinking eyes. Every second must have felt like an eternity. Trapped above a predator that could leap at any moment, he stayed as still as possible, holding his breath. Luckily, after what felt like forever, the lion finally wandered away. If it hadn't, that video might have had a very different ending. This creepy video was shared by a YouTuber, and it's the kind of thing that makes you never want to camp alone again.
This is really scary.
While camping deep in the woods, he noticed 2 figures moving between the trees. At first, he thought it was just other hikers, until he looked closer. They didn't move normally. Each one was holding something in their hands, something they started slamming against the trees over and over like some kind of ritual. The sound echoed through the forest. Terrified, he zipped his tent shut and stayed completely still. Alone, surrounded by darkness, and hearing that, the fear was unbearable as the noise kept getting closer. This terrifying clip was shared by a YouTuber who decided to camp deep in the forest, completely alone.
There's something out there.
As night fell, everything seemed calm, until a deep growl echoed just outside his tent. The sound grew louder, heavier. A bear was right there, circling his tent, sniffing, almost trying to force its way in. Trapped inside, heart pounding, he quietly reached for his gun, unsure if he'd have to use it. No one really knows what happened next, but somehow, he managed to survive the night. Imagine being out there, alone in the dark, hearing that growl right outside your tent. What would you have done? This eerie photo was shared by a Reddit user, and it's enough to give anyone chills. What looks like the remains of a small bird, possibly a parrot, lies completely dried out and lifeless, yet perfectly preserved. Its bones and feathers are still intact, almost too perfect, as if it didn't decay naturally. Somehow it ended up like this, not something you'd just stumble upon in the middle of a road. It feels like it was placed there intentionally, maybe part of some ritual or something even darker. The way it's positioned makes it feel unnatural, sending a shiver down the spine. A TikTok user shared this spine-chilling encounter while hiking alone on a quiet forest trail. Everything seemed normal until she started hearing faint whispers nearby, soft, close and unsettling, like something was following her. She looked around, but no one was there. Yet the whispering continued, circling her, growing clearer with every step.
Güey, ¿qué pedo? Ok. No mames, no mames. A la verga. Mira que se oye.
Panic started to set in as the air around her felt heavier, colder. Finally, she couldn't take it anymore and bolted down the trail, not daring to look back. Whatever was making that sound stayed hidden in the woods, lingering just out of sight, something far beyond human. A Reddit user shared a chilling experience while kayaking one quiet evening on a lake in North Idaho. Far across the water, something strange caught his attention. Eerie statues and odd signs standing near the shoreline. Curious but uneasy, he snapped a photo. As the sun went down, things took a darker turn. The statue's eyes began glowing an unsettling red. Even stranger, a few people nearby were smiling and waving, completely unfazed by what was happening. A sign read, Bible Camp, but nothing about that place felt holy. What kind of camp would have glowing-eyed statues watching from the dark? This video, shared by SCARIEST on YouTube, captures something truly unsettling. A pale, shadowy figure with long dark hair was seen moving beneath a tree, its shape eerily human, yet not quite right. The way it moved, too smooth, too deliberate, almost as if it wasn't bound by the same rules of motion, just focused on where it was moving to. The figure seemed to glide instead of walk, fading in and out of the dim light. Viewers have been left wondering, was it a ghost, a spirit, or something far more sinister lurking in the woods? And the real question is, where was it heading? A Reddit user from rural Birmingham, Alabama decided to go for his usual morning walk, and that's when things got weird. He spotted something slimy moving across his field, fat and wriggling, with a bizarre hammer-shaped head. Naturally, he snapped a picture and shared it online. Turns out it wasn't just any worm, it was a hammerhead worm. Toxic, invasive, and completely non-native to the US. What's even crazier? If you cut one, each piece can grow into a whole new worm. He reported it to the authorities and started keeping a close eye on his land. But it makes you wonder, if one of these showed up here, how many more could be lurking nearby? Warning, don't attempt this hike on your own. These are the infamous stairs to heaven, tucked away in Pujon Village, Shaanxi City, China. Perched precariously on the edge of a near-vertical cliff, this stairway pushes even seasoned hikers to their limits. Certain sections lean at an almost unbelievable 80 degrees, making every step a heart-pounding challenge. Yet, thrill seekers from around the world are drawn here, unable to resist the mix of adrenaline and awe. The views? Absolutely breathtaking, stretching endlessly across the mountains, but the danger is real. One misstep could be disastrous. Still, the thrill of conquering these dizzying heights keeps adventurers coming back, chasing that perfect balance of fear and wonder that only the stairs to heaven can deliver. This clip comes from Outer Range, a YouTuber famous for venturing deep into remote mountain cliffs to uncover the unknown. On one of his hikes through ancient mountain ruins, he stumbled upon something truly bizarre. A fully built cabin, completely isolated and tucked away inside the side of a sheer cliff. It wasn't just abandoned debris or an old shelter. It looked intentionally constructed, as if someone wanted it hidden from the world. The sheer isolation raises so many questions. Why build a cabin in a place like this, inaccessible and almost impossible to find?
Just knowing there's no way that this could be here and not be used. Noah, all this stuff over here too. Let me show you something here. Look at this. It's amazing.
Was it meant as a secret hideout? Or a place for mysterious activities we'll never fully understand? Outer Range captured every angle, and the footage leaves you wondering, what kind of life could exist so deliberately hidden, far from civilization, perched on the edge of the mountains? A Reddit user went hiking deep in the mountains, an area known for its wild, skittish sheep that usually avoid people. But on this trip, something unusual happened. Out of nowhere, a lone sheep approached, the same one locals claim has been stealing food and random gear from hikers for years. Strangely, this time it didn't run or act aggressively. It just stood there, watching, almost like it recognized her. She was lucky it was friendly, or at least seemed to be. But what if it wasn't? What if this friendly sheep wasn't just after food? And why has it been following hikers for so long?
What the hell is that? There's something black.
What the hell? You kidding me right now?
This thrilling video was posted by Action Adventure Clips, a team known for their bold journeys exploring nature's hidden wonders, from mysterious caves to untamed wilderness. While hiking deep in the forest, they stumbled upon a massive river cave, dark, echoing, and half flooded with running water. Curiosity got the best of them, and they decided to go inside. Each step deeper into the cave felt colder, stranger. The walls seemed to whisper, and the sound of dripping water echoed like footsteps following behind. The floor was slick, the air heavy, and yet they kept going, unaware of what lay ahead.
Oh, dude, it's bad. I know. I see them. There's like a waterfall up ahead. We got a waterfall? There's a waterfall. No way. Dave just found a ladder in the water. No way. Wait, there's a ladder in front of me? Is it deep? How'd you get up there? You went up the ladder? How do you get up there?
He climbed up the ladder.
Yeah. Very vibrant. Yeah. Whoa! Look at that. Wow. Yeah, they're all over the place. They're everywhere.
If you were hiking and came across a cave like this, would you dare step inside? What if you heard something moving in the darkness? Would you keep exploring or turn back before it's too late? Because not every cave hides treasure or beauty. Some are better left undisturbed, sealed away for reasons we may never understand. From the shadows to your screen, this is where fear takes form. This chilling video was posted by Exploring with Angelo, a YouTuber well known for his fearless solo camping adventures in haunted forests, places where most people wouldn't even dare to set foot. He went camping deep in a haunted forest, a place surrounded by eerie silence and dark legends. As night fell, curiosity got the best of him, and he decided to test if something was out there. He hit 2 rocks together, and the sound echoed through the trees. Then, it happened. 3 knocks came back, slow, deliberate, like something was answering him. He froze. There was no one else around, just him, his campfire, and the endless darkness staring back.
Okay, I'll stop now. Let's try one more time. I mean, 3 knocks, right? Okay, well, whatever. Maybe I'm trying to think of what to do here. Maybe we'll focus on setting up our camp. And then I think I kind of want to set up a night vision camera kind of around the bridge area, or maybe even here. Brought 1 extra camera, so I figured we might as well use it. But that was 3 knocks. 3 knocks back there. That legit sounded like rocks.
What do you think it was? An echo? A trick of the forest? Or something trying to communicate from the shadows? If you were in his place, alone in a haunted forest, and something knocked back, would you keep camping and pretend it's nothing? Or would you pack up and run before the forest shows you what's really out there? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This mysterious discovery was captured by Outer Range, a YouTuber known for his daring hikes through the deserts and mountains in search of hidden cliff dwellings, enigmatic petroglyphs, and long-forgotten ruins. While hiking through a remote mountain trail, he stumbled upon something truly mysterious, a massive crack splitting through the heart of the mountain. It looked deep, dark, and endless, almost like the entrance to a hidden cave. Standing there, he couldn't help but wonder what could have caused this. Was it a natural formation? Or did someone or something create it to hide something within? The air around it felt heavy, almost alive, as if the mountain itself was guarding a secret.
Scanning Google Earth for clues, I spotted something, a new possibility, a faint scar cutting across the landscape. Could this be where it all begins? I'm walking up here to this Gilsonite mine, and here's a shaft that you can see here. It goes, get right in line with it. I don't want to get too close, but you can see how it goes right up the ridge. See structures up there at the top. But if you come down here, you can see here, I'll try to point again. I don't want to get too close because it sure does look like this is hundreds of feet deep. You see beams down in there. So at this point, it's only maybe 4 foot wide, 3 foot wide, maybe. And it's just a vertical shaft that, if it goes all the way up to where I'm looking, that's going to be 600 or 700 feet deep, probably, because it's several hundred feet below where I'm at right here. Gilsonite is a rare natural asphalt resin found almost exclusively in northeastern Utah. Jet black and brittle, it breaks with a shiny glass-like surface, more like obsidian than anything you'd expect to pull from the ground.
If you stumbled upon a mysterious crack like this, would you dare to climb down and explore it, not knowing what might be waiting below? Because sometimes, the most innocent-looking cracks in nature can lead straight into the unknown, darkness beneath our world. Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This creepy video was posted by Franco TV, a YouTuber well known for his fearless adventures into haunted places, forests, and forgotten ghost towns. He decided to explore a haunted cemetery at night, a place said to be filled with restless spirits. Everything was still, until he saw it. From a distance, a dark figure stood silently between the tombstones, motionless, just watching. Then, without warning, it moved, slowly, then vanished into the shadows. His heart raced. There was no sound, no footsteps, just that chilling silence that follows when something unnatural happens.
Very bad, but I put on my poncho, my waterproof poncho. I just heard something right back there. Hold on, I'm gonna switch to my regular camera. Hold right there. What the fuck is that down there? I don't see anything, but the the night vision is. It disappears with the IR, okay. What the hell is that? There's something black. Oh, this camera's getting wet and I hope it doesn't mess up. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can make my way a little bit closer to it. There is something out there in the distance. This is how dark it is where I'm at right now. That's where I came from, was this area. See if it looks like it's moving.
What do you think that was? A shadow? A spirit? Or something far more sinister lurking among the graves? If you were there and saw that dark figure staring at you before fading away, would you keep exploring? Or would you run before the cemetery shows you something even worse? Because in places like this, the dead don't always stay quiet. Sometimes they watch. What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This chilling video was posted by ConbecPay657, a channel known for its fearless night explorations and wild camping adventures deep in the forest. While hiking deep through a dark forest at night, they suddenly encountered something strange and terrifying. At first, it was just a faint light flickering among the trees, but then they noticed something staring right back at them from the branches above. Their hearts froze. The air went still. Then, the eyes moved fast. That was all it took. They ran for their lives, not daring to look back.
Hey. Đi khắp. Thấy ơi. Đi khắp. Ê. Trời gì? Ui, đèn tàn đèn đèn. Đi. Chơi mày. Tàn đèn phần luôn lên đi. Tàn chơi loผมด้วย. Tàn. Tàn. ตัวอะไรวะผมก็เห็นอยู่นะแต่จะพูดแล้วว่าจะเฮ้ยแสงไฟตามมาว่ะจะไปไหนวะต้องไปรอไปก่อนอาจารย์โอ้ยน้ำอาจารย์น้ำ
What do you think was hiding in that tree? An animal? Something supernatural? Or maybe something that was never meant to be seen by humans? Because in a forest that dark, anything could be watching from the shadows. Would you dare explore a forest like that at night, knowing something might be waiting for you? Some places are better left unexplored. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This scary yet captivating video was posted by Sansan, a YouTuber known for his mesmerizing rain camping adventures, from the calming sounds of rainfall to solo camps in heavy storms and the pure serenity of relaxing outdoor escapes. He set out for what was supposed to be a peaceful camping trip in the wild mountains, calm skies, cool breeze, and pure silence. But nature had other plans. Out of nowhere, dark clouds rolled in, and within minutes, heavy rain began to pour. Thunder echoed through the cliffs, Lightning flashed across the sky, and the wind howled through the trees. Soaked and shivering, he quickly set up his tent, hoping the storm would pass, but it only grew stronger. Lonely mountainside. If you were out there, miles from safety, and a storm like that hit, would you pack up and run back, or stay and face the night beneath the raging sky? Because camping in the rain might sound peaceful until the mountain starts to remind you how small you really are. One wrong glance, and you'll see what shouldn't be seen. This mysterious discovery was uploaded by Rugged Road Explorers, a YouTuber known for diving deep into remote mountains to uncover old, forgotten places and pieces of history lost to time. While hiking along a steep mountain cliff, he stumbled upon something truly unexpected, a small, ancient-looking granary built right at the edge of the cliff. The sight was both fascinating and eerie. Who would build something like this in such a dangerous spot, where one wrong step could mean disaster? Was someone actually living here long ago, storing their food high above the world?
So that's the corner, that's the edge right there. Oof. So it looks like it was just a granary. This is the door right here. You can see the wood slats for it. It looks like somebody either fell or got kicked in on that end. Aha! Look! Yep, it definitely was a granary. There's a corn cob right there. Let's see if we can zoom in on it for you. You see there? Beautiful. Amazing that they would come out and hide these things like this. Boy, the food must have really been another resource on top of the water that you had to go to such extremes to protect it. I'm just giving it a quick one over. Here's the classic Fremont gray pottery. And let me just pull this out so you can get a better view of it. There's the corn cob. Their corn cobs were a lot smaller than what we have today, but they made it work. Man, it is sheer drop-offs. Oh. It's just to give you an idea. I'm using my stick to let you get it inside there, and I won't get in there because I don't want to disturb it.
Or could this entire mountain once have been part of an old, forgotten village, now swallowed by time and silence. Standing there, with the wind howling and the drop below disappearing into mist, you can't help but wonder, what stories do these stones hold? Who are the people who once called this place home? And most importantly, would you dare step closer to the edge to find out what's really hidden there? Because sometimes the mountain keeps its secrets buried in plain sight. Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This scary video was posted by Angbone TV, a channel known for personal vlogs, thrilling explorations and venturing into spooky and mysterious places. While hiking alone through the haunted satanic cult forest after a heavy snowfall, he stumbled upon something truly terrifying. The air was cold and silent. Too silent. He suddenly felt that eerie sense, like he wasn't alone. Then, in the middle of the snow, he spotted something strange, a small wooden box sitting on top of a mound of snow. Curiosity got the best of him. He walked closer, opened it, and froze.
Okay, I thought that was like a tree stump or something sticking out of the snow. It's like a little box or something. What the f? Dude, I don't recall seeing that coming in. Oh, there's something in there. It almost sounds like there's marbles or something. Ugh. Let's just get back over here because it's so freaking deep. Somebody out there? Did this come out? Look. What the hell? Okay. That might not be a good sign. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, that's a bit of a cause for concern. I'm just gonna put that down. What is going on here? Oh shit. Why is there a box of bullets out here in the forest? That I have to check the footage back, but I don't recall seeing that.
Why would someone leave that there in such a cursed, isolated place? Was it a warning for anyone who dared to enter? Or a message left behind by something or someone watching him from the woods? If you were in his place, would you pick up that box, or turn around and leave before it's too late? The video was posted by Angbone TV, a channel known for personal vlogs, thrilling explorations and venturing into spooky and mysterious places. While hiking deep through a haunted forest, he suddenly sensed that something wasn't right. At first, it was just a faint movement in the distance, a shadow slipping between the trees. Then came a strange foul smell drifting through the air, unlike anything natural. The deeper he went, the stronger the feeling grew that he wasn't alone. The forest around him fell silent. Not even the wind dared to whisper. His flashlight flickered, and for a brief second, he thought he saw something watching him.
Just want to save my battery. Oh, I smell something. Very, very musty smell. Kind of smells like bum bum. I'm not even kidding. It literally smells like a butthole. Ooh, maybe something pooped. Bigfoot, did you poo? Possible. Never know. Alright. Oh man. So I've never actually been this far up this way. It's a bit of a challenge getting up. Whoa, shit. Literally falling over. so many freaking mosquitoes, it's unbelievable. Something's moving out there. What the hell? I don't see anything though.
There it is again. What is that?
I hear howling as well.
What would you do if you were in his shoes, alone in a forest where every tree feels alive and every sound could be something lurking closer? Would you turn back before things got worse, or stay to uncover what's hiding in the shadows? Sometimes, curiosity can be the most dangerous thing in a haunted place like this. Shadows hide secrets, and one is about to be revealed. This fascinating clip was posted by Outer Range, a YouTuber known for diving deep into the mountains to uncover hidden pieces of history and nature's mysteries. While exploring the desert, he stumbled upon this strange rock, perfectly carved with multiple deep holes. But the real question is, what was it used for? Who do you think carved this?
Rock, especially in this dry climate, it's clear this isn't recent, and that raises some interesting questions. Who do you think carved this? Second question is, could it really date back to the Spanish expeditions of the 1540s, or is this something more recent? Is it even a marker, or is it something else entirely? And finally, has anyone seen anything like this anywhere else? If you have, or have an answer to any of these questions, let me know what you think in the comments, because this one has me thinking.
Could it really date back to the Spanish expeditions of the 1540s, or is it something more recent? Was it a marker, a ritual object, or perhaps something entirely unknown? And here's the mystery. Has anyone ever seen something like this before? If you have any clue or theory, drop it in the comments, because this one truly has us questioning history itself. The deeper the forest, the darker the terror. This video was posted by State Treasures, a channel well known for discovering, exploring and examining the world's long-lost and ancient treasures hidden across time and forgotten lands. While hiking deep through the mountains, he stumbled upon something truly fascinating. A large, round structure built entirely from clay stone standing quietly in the middle of nowhere. Its tiny window opening peered out like an eye, watching time pass for centuries. But what was it doing here? So far from civilization.
Oh yeah, you can see where a lot of it fell down. Kind of impressive, these little, I don't know if these were just fill gaps or leveling wedges. Try to keep it level as they're going up. Little window there. Let me put this up. Know what we can see in there. Yeah, you can see how those upper walls there are getting pretty sketchy. You can see the window there, the big stone above the window. Perhaps that was the entrance. They had a ladder up to that at one point. When I see a tower like that, I kind of think this was some sort of guard tower. The mystery continues. I don't see a lot of actual dwellings, though. There was the ones down there, but it's an awful big tower for, you know, such a small, what appears to be a small dwelling. Oh, sure. See some structures down here. You can see here. So they might have had some buildings out below this too. Oh wow, look at that underneath that. I almost missed that. Underneath this is another structure.
Who built this strange dome-shaped shelter and for what purpose? Could it have been a place of refuge, a ritual site, or something much darker that history forgot to mention? It looks ancient, perhaps built hundreds of years ago, yet still holding its ground against time. Was it meant to remain hidden forever? Or did the mountain itself guard its secret until now? What do you think this mysterious structure once was? And who dared to build it out here, where no one should be? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This chilling video was posted by We Do It Outdoors, a YouTube channel that encourages people to step away from screens and dive into real outdoor adventures, exploring nature, creating memories and having fun with family and friends. But sometimes, nature has other plans, and an adventure can turn into something truly terrifying. While hiking deep in the forest, he suddenly froze, because out of nowhere a low eerie growl echoed through the trees. It wasn't just once, it came again, louder this time, but from a different direction. The forest fell silent after that, as if holding its breath. His heart started to race.
Been sitting down here at Salt Fork for about a half hour now on my spot. Definitely been hearing some growling and some wood knocks. I hope you guys can hear that. It's pretty close. It's down in there somewhere. Everything got real quiet for about a half hour. There was nothing. So I started walking a little bit and it just, right now, just sounded like something's ripping each other apart. I've got goosebumps like you would not believe. I don't know which way I should go.
What could be making that sound? Was it an animal? Or something else entirely? Something unseen but watching? Alone, miles away from civilization, he didn't know where to run. The sound surrounded him. Imagine being there, the night closing in, hearing a growl in the dark with no idea what's lurking behind the trees. What would you do? Stand still and listen? Or run before whatever's making that sound finds you first? The line between reality and nightmare blurs right here. This terrifying encounter was shared by Jasko, a creator well known for his night explorations and camping adventures in haunted places. While camping deep in the forest at night, everything seemed peaceful until suddenly, something hit his tent out of nowhere. The sound was loud, like someone had thrown something straight at him. His heart pounded as he stepped outside to check what was going on, but there was nothing there. No movement, no footprints, just silence. Trying to calm himself, he told his mind it was probably the wind, but deep down, it didn't feel that way. It felt like someone or something was watching him from the darkness beyond the trees.
Oh, okay. What? The camera's on the floor. What the fuck was that sound, Archie? Hold on. I think. Where's my flashlight? Chris! Chris, wake up! Chris! Chris! This guy, dude. I must have fell asleep. Why the fuck? The camera's on a tripod. Like the... Like it's a sturdy tripod. 3 legs, tri. Tri means 3. I'm sorry, I don't know what planet I'm on right now.
Chris! Wake the fuck up!
Now I'm gonna go check. Fuck.
If this happened to you, what would you do? Would you pack up and leave immediately, running through the dark forest? Or would you stay inside your tent, pretending everything's fine, hoping daylight comes soon? Sometimes it's not the wind, it's something else. The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This video was posted by Dave Explores, a YouTuber well known for venturing into the most remote and forgotten places, exploring anything and everything hidden deep in the middle of nowhere. While hiking deep into the desert, he stumbled upon something truly unsettling. An old abandoned cabin, standing eerily alone, far away from civilization. The outside looked worn down by time, but the inside, strangely, it was still in good condition, as if someone had just left moments ago.
Another rock wall on this side as well. Possibly another building. Let's go inside. Got a rock floor, and then coming up, great roof that's been replaced recently, maybe within the last 10 years. It's just crazy to see what people leave behind in these volunteer cabins. Water's on this side. Sink right there. Got a window looking out. And of course, the guest logbook. Let's see. Where would the most recent ones be?
Who built this cabin here in the middle of nowhere? And why was it abandoned? Could someone still be living nearby, watching from the desert? Or did something happen that forced whoever lived here to leave in a hurry? Imagine finding a place like this, miles from the nearest town, with no sign of life but the silence of the forest echoing around you. Would you dare step inside? Or would you turn back before discovering something you shouldn't? And here's the real question. Could you live in a place like this, completely isolated, even if someone offered you millions? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This eerie video was posted by Felipe Sena, a YouTube creator well known for investigating mysterious and unexplained places, from haunted woods to forgotten ruins where strange things are often discovered. While hiking down a haunted road at night, he stumbled upon something truly terrifying. A pile of animal bones neatly gathered together in one spot. It didn't look random. It looked intentional, like someone or something placed them there for a reason. Was it part of a ritual? Or maybe a warning for anyone who dares to pass through that road? Because who would collect bones like that? And why? In the middle of nowhere?
Para vocês aí que tá assistindo e possa aí me dizer alguma coisa que entenda desses ossos de animal aqui, feito uma fogueira. Vocês acham que é o quê? Uma simpatia? Eu não entendo. Eu também nem concordo nem discordo.
sobre isso. Só queria só entender o que vocês acham que foi isso. Carcaça de animais, creio que seja animal, aqui com fogueira. Eu creio que seja algum, como é que eu posso dizer? Alguma simpatia. Eu não entendo. Quem puder aí comentar aí o que pode ser isso aqui, eu agradeço para me tentar entender. Quando eu trabalho com isso, eu tenho que entender para me repassar para outras pessoas que não entendem. Ah, aqui tem uns cabelos. Cabelo, não sei se é cabelo ou é pelo. Eu não sei o que pode ter acontecido aqui. Eu sei que aqui é uma estrada muito movimentada de dia e à noite fica esse deserto. A mulher que relatou ter visto.
The air grew colder, and the forest around him suddenly felt alive, as if he wasn't supposed to be there. If you were the one hiking that night and saw those bones, what would you do? Would you continue to look for what's behind it? Or turn back before you find something you wish you hadn't? Sometimes, things left behind in the dark aren't meant to be found. The deeper the forest, the darker the terror. This eerie video was posted by Kalong, Camp, Official, a YouTube channel known for venturing deep into the forest and camping at night, where every sound and shadow holds a mystery of its own. While camping deep in the forest under a small wooden bunk, everything seemed calm until something suddenly fell hard on the roof above them. The loud thud echoed through the silent night. They froze in fear, hearts pounding, trying to fight back whatever might be attacking them, but nothing was seen. No animal, no branch, nothing at all.
Kita bisa sampai pagi nih nggak mas? Insya Allah ya? Bisa. Kita coba temen ya, kita sampai pagi ya minimal subuh mas ya. Astagfirullahaladzim. Bajingan. Mas, itu mas. Mas. Mana? Apa mas? Pocong mas. Endi? Endi mas? Endi? Mana?
What could have made that noise? Was something watching them from the shadows, or was it something far darker, something unseen? If you were out there, miles away from civilization, and something like that happened to you, would you stay and try to brave the night or grab your things and run before things get worse? Because sometimes the forest keeps secrets you're not meant to uncover. Shadows hide secrets, and one is about to be revealed.